This is the one-day reading for the S&P 500 throughout the day of March 18th, 2022. It's currently March 4th, 2022 at 3:35 a.m. The overall theme and behavior for the day is going to be sideways price swings. We have sideways fluctuations with a downwards trend in the pre-market, followed by a very notable move to the upside right around the open. That marks an opportunity to open up some short positions, protect against longs, buy some puts, because we have a sharp decline through an important support level right there in that first half hour off of that high. And then along we meet a support level between roughly 10 and 11, and then there's a fast sudden move higher within the midst of some sideways rotation, and that fast sudden move higher marks the end of that rotation. We revisit a crest between roughly 11 and 12. It was a good opportunity, and it's in the midst of some behavior back and forth, some erratic behavior back and forth through the same price level. From 12 to 1, there's a big push to the upside off of a support level. It'll be a prominent move, followed by 3 crisscrosses through a price level confirming a bullish trend between roughly 1 and 2 o'clock. Between roughly 2 and 3, we have a move higher along a diagonal trend line, breaking through horizontal resistance and then moving to higher to meet a second resistance level before pulling back to somewhere between those 2 price levels. And then in the last hour, we have a male ruler highlighted and a sharp decline from a crest or peak, like a very sharp decline right at the open or right at the close. In the midst of that sharp decline, there's an opportunity to open up some long positions, to open up some, buy some calls, and that sort of thing. In the post market, there's a big move to the upside. We likely push the upper end of a range higher. Behavior around the high will have a decline through support levels from a high, and the price level of that high will not be revisited within the time frame of the reading. I'm sensing it over here. Behavior around the low, good opportunity to open up some new positions and cash in, roll old positions, or current positions, I should say. I'm advised to trade around an important support level or the establishment or reestablishment of an important support level. And then the sneak preview card for Monday, the 21st, is the science card. An important support level is highlighted, and something near the something having to do with the intersection of multiple trend lines. All right, guys, that's the 18th of March, 2022. Let me know how this helps. Let me know what you want to see. I'd love to hear from you guys. I'll get back to all of you in due time, and I'll see you all later. Hit that subscribe button, my friends. Hello, my friends. This is the S&P 500 one-day reading for March 18th, 2022. It's currently March 4th, 2022. The overall theme and behavior for the 18th is quite a bit of price swinging. The market's trying to figure out which way we're going, and there is a notable low here. Looks like the prior day's sneak preview for today was the art card, indicating that there's a full retracement of a move higher, and it looks like, with implied by the unicursal being right here, we had a move higher. Looks like we had a move higher somewhere out of this like sharp decline that we had towards around like the 11 to 12:15ish, 11 to 12:30ish time frame. We moved higher out of that, and now we're going to retrace all of that, guys. So looks like that's what it looks like to me. There's a high that we don't revisit the price level of for quite some time, at least within the time frame of the reading, I should say. And there's significant cash-in opportunities around the low here. So in the pre-market, there's sideways fluctuation with a downward trend that precedes a move higher. And there's a low correlation there as well. So it looks like we have if you're really quick, if I'm really quick and I want to do some scalping, there may be like an opportunity right at the open to open up some calls and sell them really quickly. But it's pretty risky. And there's a low correlator there in the pre-market, roughly at the open. So we go from a crest to a low in the pre-market. We push higher out of the open to create a day's high, and then we fall sharply through an important support level to reach another important support level that is signified by the Knight of Discs. The Knight of Discs will do some sideways fluctuation with a fast sudden move higher in the midst of that rotation. And that kind of will mark the end of the rotation. Between roughly 11 and 12, we revisit a crest that was an opportunity. Looks like there's an opportunity there to cash in around roughly 11:45, give or take 15 minutes. And then there's also some like erratic back and forth through a price level there within that time frame where that trade opportunity seems to be residing. And then right around the 12 o'clock mark, we have a sharp decline. There's a push higher, like a prominent push higher, but then that crisscross through the same price level. So interesting. This is very interesting, guys. So I have a rally that commences around 12 o'clock. A decline that commences around 12 o'clock, and then also there's a push higher. Okay, so here we go. So crest revisited, there's a prominent move higher. We crisscross through some through the same price level 3 times, confirming a bullish trend. There's a move higher along a diagonal trend line, breaking through resistance, meeting a second resistance, and then pulling back. And then something highlighting a male leader of nations takes place, and we fall like a rock. And that all, sorry guys, that all takes place. All of that bullish stuff, it looks like probably it finishes off. The time frame is it ends all of this process. That was a sequence of events. The prominent move higher, the crisscrossing, the move along the diagonal, all that bullish stuff likely takes place before a sharp decline into the end of the day. We have a low, a lower low, a lower low, and there's fluctuations there, guys. Okay, so we have 3 lows. We have a low, a lower low, and a lower low in the last 3 hours of trading, but we also have 3 crisscrosses and a move higher. We have a push along a diagonal trend line through resistance, meet a second one, and fall back. That all happens as part of the back and forth price swinging that really picks up steam in the end of the day, and that's why it seemed a little tricky. That's why looking at the theme card really helps you to interpret the rest of the rest of the reading. It's kind of like the overarching principle, if you will. All right, so in the midst of that decline, right around the close, there's an opportunity for me to open up some calls and a big push to the upside, possibly pushing the upper end of a range in the post-market. Trade opportunity, some news comes out overnight, and an important price level is highlighted on the 19th as depicted here by the science card, which in most cases signifies an important price level that can then be seen as appear as that price card. or as that Six of Swords. And it can also and or be like an area where there's a significant amount of trend lines and you know, price levels that interact with each other. They intersect at some point, and that's the 19th. All right, guys. So the March 18th, 2022 S&P 500 reading. That's it, guys. Let me know how you do. Love to hear from you guys. I really appreciate it. And do me a favor and hit that subscribe. And if you like this, hit that like button. We'll keep on doing this sort of stuff. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you later.